Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 324th episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So for today, I thought since we were already on the West Coast, I might as well use the opportunity to touch on Jurassic 5, a long overdue act for this page when it comes to alternative hip-hop from the late 90s and early 2000s. But in reality, these guys were getting active all the way back in 1994 in the famed Good Life Cafe scene, and emerged alongside other legendary LA MCs and crews, like Exhibit, The Far Side, Abstract Rude, and AC Alone, as well as the rest of Freestyle Fellowship. And there were dozens of other frequent participants, which occasionally included some much bigger names, with icons like Snoop Dogg, Common, Ice Cube, and Biz Markie reportedly attending multiple times. While they may have been called the Jurassic 5, this crew actually consisted of 6 members, those being MCs Charlie Tuna, Soup, also known as Zakir, Akil, and Mark 7. And then rounding the group out were DJs Newmark and Cut Chemist. They put out their first self-titled studio debut in 1998, which was mostly made up of songs from their Jurassic 5 EP, with a few extra bonus tracks mixed in for good measure. And they were already showing heaps of skill, diversity, and lyrical chemistry, and those qualities would carry over onto their sophomore LP here, 2000's Quality Control, which may be my favorite project in their entire discography. But their Power in Numbers album that would come out in 2002 most definitely is another close contender. I've pointed out before how the turn of the century was a transitional period in the culture where many artists were having an increasingly tougher time adapting to this shift. But despite all this, J5 managed to thrive and grow a notable fan base in this era, and I think that's largely due to how they represent such a timeless ethos and energy of old school lunch table ciphering with your friends. And it was acts like this who, by continuing to carry the torch for the core tenements the genre was built on, kept a lane open for later crews like Pro Era, who would in turn inspire someone like me who was a teen when those guys came out and was enamored with the aspect of having multiple MCs who each had their own unique style and voice. Pretty much everyone involved in Jurassic 5 would attempt to navigate a solo career that they hoped would flourish alongside their growing status as a crew, and this would lead to varying degrees of success, with none of the rappers becoming household names or anything. But you have to recognize how hardworking and prolific a dude like Charlie Tuna is, who's probably my favorite member personally, and he's even popped up briefly on the page before through his guest appearances on other alternative hip-hop classics, like Run Come Save Me by Roots Manuva, or Blazing Arrow by Blackalicious. Charlie always manages to stick out no matter who he's lyrically throwing down with, and his steady, focused, and controlled delivery is utilized to deliver rhyme schemes and flow patterns that really can make your head spin. And you can really hear why him and the rest of J5 could hang with the likes of alternative titans like the Alcoholics or Souls of Mischief and often get brought up in the same conversations, as they helped to provide an alternative to gangsta rap over here on the West Coast and gave an outlet to up-and-comers who were more boom-bap inspired. I have to share some bars when we're dealing with such top-tier MCs, and what better place to start than the title track, where I want to first bring up the killer hook, which is delivered in unison by the entire group, and goes, "Ayo, my quality control captivates your party patrol, your mind, body, and soul. For whom the bell tolls, let the rhythm explode. Big, bad, and bold be boys of old. Many styles we hold, let the story be told. Whether platinum or gold, we use breath control. So let the beat unfold, intro on drum roll. We beat the lick like E-Cash and J-Row. We harass brothers like we the Popo. We can rule the world without Curtis and still blow. Finesse, from SP to Casio. Your jams ain't deaf, you ain't fresh, you're so-so. If you don't know us by now, you'll never know. You set that mood when we groove and prove a show. The name of the game is survive and prove your flow. You can't take out Jurassic syllable. Cause it's survival of professional radio. Stop and comprehend and heed the words of my pen. Survival of professional poetic Highlanders. I don't think I'll have the time to give every single member a spotlight, but I do want to share a couple of my favorite verses on this record, first coming from Charlie Tuna, who as usual takes his own completely unique approach to this track, coming in with, yo, well it's the angelic man relic plan repellent, my plan parent manuscripts withstand bullets, flashing like a Japan tourist, we command pure hits, while you cram in to understand these contraband lyrics. My fam submits to pray 5 times a day, climbing into your mind with the live rhyme display. J5 finds a way to remain supreme, coming verbally hard-a-son as if my name was Kadeem. Then taking the mic from him, we have Akil, who definitely snaps on his section as well, rapping, Ayo, my team dream works without Spielberg or spill words, communicate from the earth throughout the universe. I transmit transcripts, transcontinental lyrics, deeply rooted in your spirit. Up, I love the power of words, nouns, and verbs. The pen and the sword, linguistic art of war. No folklore or myths in my penmanship. The path of scholar warriors is what I present. Verbally decapitating those against jihad fi sabilillah. My words make sense. She gots to get up on your vocab, you gots to have vocab. Letters makes words, and sentences makes paragraphs. All of the production on here is completely handled in-house, which kind of fits with the quality control theme, and is handled by the likes of Cut Chemist, DJ Newmark, and Shafiq Hussein. And there may not be any features or guest appearances on quality control, but with a roster this talented and diverse, that really couldn't be less of a problem. When it comes to my overall top 3 on this one, I'm gonna leave out the title track since I read from it at length, and instead name my favorites as The Influence, WOE is Me, World of Entertainment, and Improvise. Then for the honorable mentions that still without a doubt deserve a listen, I want to recommend tracks like Great Expectations, Loust, Monkey Bars, Jurassic Finish First, Contribution, 12, The Game, and Swing Set. Thank you for watching my 324th video. Next time we're switching up the pace a bit by going over to the south, so tap in to see which Memphis legend I'm going to tackle, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what moments you fucked with the most off this underground gem. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.